Welcome to the deep dive. We take the sources you send us, unpack them, and really pull out the key insights for you efficiently.
Yep, getting you informed. And today we're digging into a passage from Rich Nanay, Poor Nanay by Yish Estayo.
Right. Specifically, a message shared by a Mama Lena, dated August 23rd, 1998. It's quite something.
It is, and the core question we're tackling is her view on adult children's responsibility towards parents. But it's got layers. It's not just a simple yes or no on obligation.
Okay, so let's dive in. Mama Lena starts with something pretty common, right? This idea that hindi obligasyon ng anak na suportahan ng magulang. Children aren't obligated to support parents.
Exactly. And then, bam, she hits you with, tama, sobrang tama.
Right.
Go
So
home, right?
it's like she agrees completely, but you can almost feel the but coming.
You totally can. And there it is. The but introduces this conditional idea. Pero kung magbibigay ka rin ng sa iba, bakit hindi sa kanila muna?
But if you're going to give to others anyway, why not to them first? That shifts things, doesn't it? It's less about obligation and more about, well, where you start.
Precisely. It's about the order of generosity, the priority. And then she gives this example to make it concrete. This guy, Carl.
Right, Carl. He sounds like a great guy, actually. Generous with friends, gives to his church, lends money out.
Seems like it, but the crucial part, when it comes to his own parents, nothing. Silence. Crickets, as you said earlier.
So is she judging Carl or just using him to illustrate that potential imbalance?
I think it's more the illustration. She uses it to highlight those who were unang nagtiis, nagpakasakit, nagmahal kahit walang kapalit.
The ones who first endured, suffered, loved, even without expecting anything in return. Your parents, basically.
Exactly. It's a direct call to remember that initial sacrifice.
And she adds this really poignant observation too. Hindi nila hinihingi, hindi sila umasa. They don't ask for it, they don't expect it.
Pero mararamdaman mo kung kailan sila nangangailangan, but you'll feel it when they need something.
That unspoken need, that hits home, I think. It relies on empathy, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It moves beyond a transactional view. And that sets up her next big point. Reframing the whole act of giving back.
How so?
She says, hindi ito utang, hindi ito bayad. This isn't a debt, it's not a payment.
Okay.
Then she elevates it. Isa itong zangal, it's an honor. Ito ani pinakamataas na antas ng kabutihan. This is the highest level of goodness.
Wow. So not obligation, not payback, but honor. That word dangal, it feels really significant. It's like dignity, integrity, but maybe more.
It is. It's a deep cultural value. It implies that giving back brings honor to you, the giver. Karangalan na ikaw ngayon na may kakayahang umalalay. It's an honor that you now have the ability to support them.
That's a powerful reframing. It shifts the perspective from burden to privilege.
Completely. And she connects this to a kind of quiet heroism, too. Tahimik lang, she mentions.
Just quiet heroism as opposed to being a hero out in the world.
Maybe. Perhaps contrasting the quiet, often unseen act of caring for parents with more public displays of generosity or achievement. It makes you pause and think, like, where's the real heroism sometimes?
Are we sometimes chasing external validation when the most profound acts are closer to home? That seems to be the implication.
I think so. And then she brings in this really heavy emotional element, the contrast between two kinds of crying.
Oh, right. That part was intense. He says, ang pinakamasakit na iyak ay yung tahimik at panghabang buhay. The most painful cry is the quiet, lifelong one.
Yung gusto mo bumawi at magbigay, pero alam na sila. The one where you want to make things right, you want to give back, but they're gone.
Oof. That's... Compared to what?
Compared to the opposite feeling. Like, pinakamasaya apay pa yung mabuting kalooban lalo sa magulang.
The happiest and most peaceful feeling is knowing you had a good heart, especially towards your parents.
It's a stark contrast, isn't it? Potential lifelong regret versus deep, lasting peace. She doesn't frame it as guilt-tripping, more like outlining the emotional stakes.
Yeah, it feels like a consequence of priorities, presented very directly. And that's pretty much where the excerpt ends, leaving you to sort of sit with it.
Exactly. It just stops there.
So, to wrap up, Mama Lena's message from '98, it's really pushing us to look at our generosity. Not if we should be generous, but where it should start.
Right. She's suggesting there's this incredible value, this deep fulfillment in prioritizing and honoring our parents, the ones who made those early sacrifices.
And doing it not because you have to, not out of obligation.
But because it's a privilege, an honor, the highest form of goodness.
So the final thought for you listening, maybe consider what support really means. It's not always financial, is it?
Definitely not. Time, care, listening. And just reflect on how Mamelena's perspective might resonate or maybe even challenge your own experiences in relationships. It's worth thinking about.